I think the easiest way to talk about this weekend is one of the players that's actually going to be competing in it. So, what better way to do that than actually bringing Gimmick? Massive round of applause to Gimmick and their performances this weekend. But welcome to finally joining us on the broadcast, man. We've been wanting you here for a very long time, and you've been dodging us. So I'm glad. I know you're a stream boy now. So, like, tell us about that difference, man. You've been on camera, you've been streaming. What's that been like?
But no, I haven't been dodging you. It's always recently
No, yeah,
AXP's
okay.
been wanting to do it. No, I just been letting him do it,
All
but
right,
it's
so
working out.
we'll put AXB has been the problem, and you're just stepping
Yeah,
in for him,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
right. I'll shout
Okay.
out to
Hmm.
the Gimmick for that, man. Way to do it, man. Obviously, a tough day today, but obviously a big focus on this weekend, and let's kind of put today beside us and focus on the important one here. So you guys went 3-1 in regionals last week. What is the format difference for you in particular? Like, obviously, it's not just you play the weekend, you're done with league play. Like, it's a continuation over multiple weeks. How does that have an effect on you guys?
Uh, Honestly, I think I like it better because it just shows like because we're streaming every day, right? So every day we're coming off practice or like coming off hot from like previous day. We're not really like taking a break from scrims. So like each week it's just like continuous like gameplay. We know the level we have to play at, and we that's all we're really trying to do every day.
So you guys are scrimming every day. Have you guys kind of opened up who you're scrimming against? Because this new format really does kind of put you against, rather than the same teams each week, you really don't know who you're up against until that round's announced. You basically find out the team immediately. So there's a lot of adjustments that have to happen. So have you guys opened up the scrim pool to try and really get used to some of these altering play styles that you're going to be up against?
Yeah, we talked about that with Fire. We said like we don't really mind scrimming anyone. Like we don't have like preferences really. Like if we could scrim plot twist, sure. We told Fire like get plot twist, and it's like if we could scrim energy, sure. Like we know like each team has the capability of winning against any other team, just like it happened today. So that's really all you got to focus on, not like care about like who's better, who's not, because like it's hard to tell.
Well, I always like hearing the perspective of you guys and how you focus in like where you weigh other teams. What
Yeah.
team to you, like in this new format, whether it be the grid or otherwise, because it's 32 teams that play in that, has there been like one team that's just like completely shocked you? Were like, how the heck are they playing as like? Has there been one team that's just completely blown your expectations out of the water?
Uh,
Putting you on the spot here, I'm making
Probably,
it difficult.
no, yeah, probably KC Pioneers. Like I knew they'd be good because I know the players, like I know how good they are individually, but they're actually like proving it. They're showing the results. So it's
Yeah,
always
dude, they
like,
just beat G2. How do you feel about
yeah,
that one, man?
exactly. Yeah,
Holy.
I didn't see that till like after. I was like, I mean, I was like, I didn't really like because I know there's always that possibility. Like they're just
Right.
nuts. Yeah.
Wild, man. There's a
Yeah,
lot of exciting things in the way this is breaking down. Go ahead, Jason.
yeah, it's been nuts. The whole way this thing's been breaking down today. I mean, that I guess he's less shocked than I was because I in the middle of the match saw that it was 3-0, that
Yeah.
they 3-0 G2, and I was just
Coming
like,
up in the middle of the game, I'm like, bro, we're trying to cheer on the
I was
boys.
literally I was literally praising G2 as like kind of playing a similar play style to Kansas City Pioneers, but just better and a little bit more control. And then Kansas City just dominated them. Uh, but yeah, no, I like hearing that it's the approach is, scrim anybody. Any team can show up on any given day. And these teams that are really kind of showing up are these teams that are kind of just throwing the house. Like it just seems like I'm wondering if you feel this as well. The majority of matches that I watch, I feel like we see less individual ball control, and it's almost either one individual player making a nuts goal play, or it's come down to just like really quick counterattack passing plays seems to be what it is. It doesn't seem like anybody's really giving you the opportunity to kind of walk the ball downfield, bring it out, like set up for flicks or anything. Is that what it feels like on the field? I know what I'm looking at and what you're experiencing firsthand is probably not going to always match up.
I think you got a point there, but it definitely depends on the team. Like at Space Station, Sipico's that player. Like he's gonna try to make the plays, so he's that guy. And for like G2, probably like actually all of them maybe. But obviously like it's hard. You can't really rely on that passing nowadays. You also can't rely on, so it makes sense. So that's I feel like we should do that. Start doing that too. But it makes sense. Yeah.
Gonna have to talk to Coach Fire about that one, man. Gonna have
Yeah.
to find a way to work that one in. I mean, realistically speaking, I think from your perspective, is a lot of it just learning tendencies, just getting used to how a player reacts, and that's part of the difficulty of so many more teams.
I think that can help for sure. Like in ranked. You can learn like the tendencies of a certain player, but it won't like help you win the match. It'll definitely help you win a couple engagements that could lead to a goal, but it won't like help you like just demolish them.
I mean, with you, I
All
feel
right.
like you're just gonna be in their face either way and go for demos. So
Yeah, that's
you were
my
going
role. The demos.
crazy today. Out of curiosity, like I know we talk about it, but do you recognize how much boost you actually use? It's
Yeah,
insanity. Like there's
yeah,
so much on the field that is just gone because of your dominance. Like,
yeah. No, I always try and prioritize like if it's I don't want to steal my teammates' boost, but if it's like their boost, like
obviously, yeah.
I don't care. Like yeah,
Yeah, the speed we're kind of seeing it, especially at that end of that last series. Uh, the speed today out of you was actually nuts. Like as the day went on, it looked like you were getting more and more comfortable, and the speed just kept on going up and up and up. And then again, you were taking. I mean, I'm staying on the same point as Lawler here instead of transitioning, but the amount of boost in the like cuts on midfield that you had today. One of the things I noticed actually, you know, and I am going to transition into something both you and AXB seem to have more presence in the midfield today. You guys are both making cuts, and it seemed like an intentional decision, especially against these teams that are trying to get high in the air and play in the midfield. Rather than week one, we saw a lot of the times you would let the ball kind of clear down, you'd catch it in the corner, then boom it back for a pass across to AXB or open up a play like that. It really felt like you guys had the intent today to be in their face and meet every ball in the air in midfield. Was that intentional, or was that just you guys vibing out, just going for it?
when I do it, stuff like it's intentional. I mean, I think we both do it intentionally. We call it, we do everything, but we know like that's a thing that top teams do. Like you have to do that. Just you don't give players space. You give the wrong player space, it's could result in a goal. So constantly turning in, it just provides like more pressure. Just like even if it's like you don't touch the ball or you bump them, it's still highly worth doing that. So and we know that, so we just try and do it as much as we can.
All right, Gimmick, last one for you before we give you the floor and let you go. Obviously, focus on regionals this weekend, trying to bounce back. You guys get a day off here, technically tomorrow. I don't know if you guys even take a day off on Fridays now. I just feel like you guys just continuously never stop. But what's the plan, obviously, for tomorrow and then going into the weekend? Anything that you guys are focusing on in particular?
Uh, Probably just we're scrimming tomorrow, of course. No days off for us, but probably our comms. I feel like our comms are something that's lacking. Like we're just double committing too much, and then it's because the comms like we call each other too late, or we call it too late, and then the second person can't back off in time. So that's probably the thing we're gonna try and focus tomorrow on.
Looking forward to it, man. Obviously, double commit's never an easy one to handle, but something that you guys can definitely put the effort into. And I think it speaks a lot of volume towards like you as a player yourself that you can even recognize that. So awesome stuff from you, Gimmick. Before we let you go, obviously the floor is yours. If you want to say anything to the fans, if you want to shout out, sell out a little bit, even obviously, like I said, I joked a little bit earlier, but you have been streaming. And it's been a good watch. So floor is yours, man. And then we're gonna bid you adieu.
Thanks for watching. Sorry for the results, but we tried our best, and hopefully we do better this weekend.
All right. Greatly appreciate the time, Gimmick. He won't sell himself out, but I'll do it for him. It's Gimmick. You can find him on all social medias. Go to Google, type Gimmick Rocket League. You'll find him. I think it's Gimmick RL on just about everything. So go hit him up on all the socials. Go harass him and stream nicely. I will say, go be nice about that harassment. But Gimmick, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for taking the time after today. Greatly appreciate it, man.
Of course, peace.